So I got to cut all the stuff out of the front end of my truck. First, I got to push it out, pressure wash it, push it back in, clean it up just a little bit, try to measure out where the center of my axles are. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I got a plumb bob, so we'll see how that works out. And then I'm going to start cutting. So enjoy the video. Alright guys, like it and subscribe it if you want to see what this truck ends up being, because it is going to be sweet. I promise you that. If you want a little bit of taste on what I'm going to do to it, check out my other videos and see my Beetle. Pretty much going to do the same thing to this that I did to that. And that car is pretty wicked, and this truck is going to be even better. So like it, subscribe it, let's get this show on the road. I had no idea that this was welded in, and when I first saw it, I thought it was a home job because it kind of just looks like crap, and so I didn't think that was factory. And then I did a little bit of research, and apparently it is. And quality control wasn't their number one priority, I guess. So next I gotta jack it up, level everything off, measure center of the axle on the floor, weld a brace up front, just in case. I don't want everything to move around. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to find center of the front end before I cut it off, so I have a good reference point to tack in my new front end. So what I got here is two 1x1 angle irons clamped together, so I can use this edge on this side and that edge on that side, because I don't have a piece long enough. And I'm hanging a plumb bob down from the edge of that, trying to get the middle of the circle here where the front spindle attaches. Right, so I think I got it on both sides. But then if you look at where the line is, it's on the back side of this hole, and it's on the forward side of that hole. Measure here, that's about 30 1/4. It's about 30 1/4. And if I take it here, it's about 30 7/8. As you can see right here, that beam is not straight. I don't know if it's supposed to be straight, but it definitely is not. I think that would make a big difference on where the center of these spindles were. So I can't trust this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this stuff off, and then I'm going to try to mark center on these perches, and hope that gets me close enough so when I tack my new front end in and I put all the sheet metal back on, my suspension, my wheels will be in the correct place in the wheel well. Little trick an old timer told me, easiest way to get out a cotter key is with safety wire pliers. And it goddamn is, because these things grip. It's the right tool for the job. This ain't it. So I measured between these two holes, centered. I don't know if these aren't different. This one and that one, they're the same. It's just put on there flipped. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume, since the shock goes on this hole on this side and that hole on that side, that these are gonna be even from side to side, because it doesn't appear that this hole is quite center. So I marked the center of these two holes, put a straight edge across here, marked from this core support hole, and they are both 21 5/8. So that to me is a pretty good measurement of what is not guaranteed, but what is probably center of the wheel. 21 5/8 inches is the measurement from the back of this hole to the center of my hub, roughly. So with that measurement, I'm going to write that down and start tearing this shit out. Alright, I got all these rivets cut out. You saw I put an X on there and then used my rivet gun with the chisel. It came off pretty easy. And then now I gotta cut this bitch off. So got it cut out for the most part. I still got to take care of getting all that out of the frame. Ow, shit, I just hit my hand on that and it hurt. Yeah, got to figure out cutting all that out of the frame, which I think it'll be okay, I guess. I got an idea of what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to tell you just in case it doesn't work. So that's it. It's not really hard to cut all that stuff out. It really didn't take me as many discs as I thought. The DeWalt cutter worked fine, but it chipped, so I had to switch that one out. And it took a team to get that off, I tell you. This little screw on there, too tight, too tight. It was ridiculous how I had to put it in a vise and use a pry bar, and it was ridiculous. And then this is what happened to my Diablo cutter. So I'm not too happy about that. Like, it just broke off the center. So the DeWalt one was definitely better. And Diablo cutting blades in my Sawzall worked pretty good. Kind of kicks like a mule when that thing sticks and bends it. Definitely hurts when the blade does that. This truck is going to be sick, and I'm really excited that I'm finally doing things to it. Every week I'm going to do something. Not sure if I'm going to make a video every week because it can be kind of boring. Like last week I didn't make a video of that stuff, so I put last week and this week into this video that you just watched. So next time I'll have all this cut out, and I think I'm going to start on the wiring while I wait for my front end, which should have been here 2 months ago.